All right, today we're gonna check out some Next Taku. Big fan. I've been a pretty big fan for a while, and excited to see what we're getting into today. Apparently, Jimmy Kimmel got booed off stage. So yeah, we're gonna do it live and watch and see what happens. Let's get into it.
Worldification of this country is happening rapidly in front of our eyes because the third worldification of this country is happening rapidly in front of our eyes because we basically let savages get away with their savagery. All right, so the biggest victim of this obviously is the Austin Metcalf family. All right, Austin Metcalf's dad, who previously tried to forgive Carmelo Anthony, wanted to show grace, and then everyone sent him death threats, tried to kill him, and pissed on his son's grave. Literally, they were literally pissing on his son's grave. I can't believe that this is real, but they were literally pissing on the grave of a boy who was murdered in cold blood by a barbarian. All right, and for some reason,
now I know people were pissing on the graves. I don't, and maybe I'm misunderstanding next, but I didn't hear anything about it being Carmelo Anthony's family. But I don't know, could be wrong. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. Who knows? We'll find out.
For some reason, they're really mad at this guy for his son getting murdered by a black guy because now the black guy's going to jail. All right, it's really hard to understand the logic because there is none. It's very jungle logic, I would say. But Austin Metcalf's dad, well, he justifiably crashed out, and I'm really glad that he waited until the trial ended for him to do it.
Y'all can let me make something racist up.
Austin Metcalf's father. Okay, this is what he said.
Let me make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about watermelon felon? How's that one strike you? You can live with your life.
He is crashing the fuck out. And dude, this man, he held himself together until the trial was over. He wanted that dude to get the maximum sentence, and now he's letting loose. The fuck off.
Yeah.
But my truth is forever.
Whenever you have a bunch of people out there that are defending Carmelo Anthony, almost all exclusively black, his family is defending him for this too. How could somebody not be racist after that happens? You have to deal with people sending you death threats because your son was stabbed to death.
I want to make this very
100% imagine that. I mean, we've seen things like this happen before where, another, where other races were, another race of the person's family, got killed, like a family member got killed. We've seen that before, and we've seen like them be upset. We've also seen them say like, hey, it's not a race thing. We've seen things like this before. So, but like the way that Austin Metcalf's dad is reacting, I'd say he probably already leaned a certain way. I mean, I could be wrong, but yeah, imagine now, right? Your son just gets stabbed, and that you have other cases like Irina Rutska, and such other many cases where people were had been released from jail multiple times, 17 times, 70 something times, right? It's ridiculous. And so having this knowledge, and then it happens to you and your kid, the only thing that happens after that is radicalization, especially with the way that the media has handled it. Not all, but like a lot of the black community has handled it. And so, and then of course, them pissing on his grave. I mean, that definitely doesn't help. I think that's pretty sick and disgusting. And that would radicalize me for sure. And the situation is gonna radicalize me as well. But yeah. So, I think it's understandable. It sucks. I hope at some point we can figure it out. I don't know if that point in time is anytime soon, but yeah, I can't fault him. I understand whether I would, whether I agree with it or not, right? So
clear. This is not a race issue. This is not a black and white issue. I don't want someone stepping up on a soapbox trying to politicize this.
So that's how it started. Hunter, you're next bitch.
Hunter is the twin brother of Austin, the guy who was stabbed to death.
Looks like the entire Metcalf family needs a blade to the chest.
And you're gonna
holy shit, dude.
I would love for all these people that are virtue signaling and telling me that oh, you're being racist. No, I would love it for you to explain to me why their actual goal is not just killing white people.
Treated fairly in the judicial system.
I mean, you don't have to explain it. I mean, they're literally just talking about that, right? I mean, it's right there. It's right there out in the open. I mean, I think I saw like a video recently where it's like literally like a CNN news anchor, I believe with the OJ Simpson case. Maybe I can try and find that. OJ Simpson case where like you could see like on the Oprah Winfrey show where all like all the people that were actually like attending that show, and not all of them, but like a lot of the black women, and I think there was even maybe a couple black women, including Oprah herself, who weren't standing up and cheering, but the rest of them were, and it was like pretty sick. And also like I think there were like people on like CNN who were who were in support of certain violence. I don't remember if that one was particularly in regards to OJ Simpson or if that was the Trayvon Martin thing, but either way, I mean, this has been a thing that's been going on for a while, and then has really been perpetuated with like the BLM movement, Barack Obama. So it's it hasn't been getting much better. I think like the 90s was like a good sweet spot where like everybody was like pretty chill. We weren't really talking about race too much, right? But now it's pretty much all we talk about, and it's pretty sick. It sucks, and I think the media has been really, really irresponsible. They know what they're doing, and yeah, I don't know, they're all pieces of shit. And we've never been more divided than like I don't know since like the Civil War. I think. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. Give me a better date and time for that. All right.
Because he's black. If you disagree with that, as I do, if you think that's wrong, that's fine. Or they think that he wasn't treated fairly in the judicial system because he's black. If you disagree with that, as I do in this case at least, that's fine. Make your case. But if you're saying what they believe is that black people should be able to kill white people with impunity, you are absolutely misrepresenting their position. And then
am I?
No.
Am I really absolutely misrepresenting their position?
I mean, yeah, you can just read it right there.
Fake virtue signalers, man. Am I really doing that? No. This is someone who wants to just murder white people. How else do you want to possibly understand this? Like, they're just really mad you can't kill white people without punishment. They're just super mad about it.
Carmelo Anthony's mother and father.
My son didn't intend to hurt anyone. My son was the
He was trying to
stab someone in the heart.
Show him the knife.
He wasn't intending to hurt anybody. I mean, like, dude came up into Austin Metcalf's space. Metcalf was like, yo, you can't be here. You need to leave. And, the guy wasn't, Carmelo Anthony wasn't leaving. And so, he shoved him. He's like, you gotta go, man. And, first reaction, normal reaction, you know what I'm going to do on on a fucking football field, right? At a school campus. Oh, I'm going to pull out my fucking folding blade and I'm just going to stab him in the chest. Totally normal thing to do, right? I mean, I've been in fights in high school and many people have been in fights in high school. And not one time did I ever think, you know what, dude, you know what I should do? I should bring a knife to school and I should fucking stab this kid because I just don't like him. Never popped in my head. I did know one guy who thought about doing that to me one time. He was a white dude. Not that really freaking mattered too much, at that time, I guess. At least in high school, we weren't really thinking too much about that stuff as much. But either way, I mean, but that guy was like super deranged, right? And anybody who is thinking, oh, like I'm gonna get in a fight, I'm gonna take out a freaking knife of any type or a weapon of any type, even a gun. It's like you're not right in the head. You knew what you were doing, and you had the full intention to not only like maim, but also to like probably end this person's life. So, which is exactly what we just saw. So.
What stuck out to me, number one, was the all-white jury. But I was
Carmelo Anthony's
all-white jury. It wasn't an all-white jury, by the way. It was only like 60% white.
father. Your son stabbed somebody in the chest, but the real problem was white people.
All right, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, the truth is on our side.
What? Holy fuck, the claims of an all-white jury is incorrect. The jury included Asian, Indian, and Hispanic members.
What's your master plan, Mr. Anthony? To use your son as income and soak up as much money playing victim to line your pockets?
Well, as a matter of fact, actually,
and then abandon him when he's at sentencing? You just
Wait, they weren't at his sentencing? Damn, so his own family roached
No!
out. They dipped out.
left him up there by himself? Amazing.
crazy.
What kind of father are you?
Oh, that's
pretty-
miserable. An
Yeah.
absentee dad at the last second. No way, bro.
No way,
You want to talk about what kind
bro.
of father? All right, let's talk about what kind of
Not
father
just
you
leaning
are.
into
Let's talk
those
about your
stereotypes.
arrest. Let's talk about your warrants. Let's pull it up because
Oh,
I'm welcome
shit.
every one of you to pull up my criminal history. Someone who tried to make up some bullshit saying I'm a sexual assault person, please check the registry. Please check my background.
Yeah,
They
these guys don't
slandered
make
him,
up
they
anything.
Threatened him after
Yeah.
killing his son. I can't even imagine this shit. It's unreal.
In criminal history.
Well, I remember seeing after the court case too, like all the people that were like freaking out once they found out that he was sentenced to go to prison for, I think it was 35 years. And these people didn't care whether he was guilty or not, right? I mean, I think they were asked specific questions along those lines of if they found out that it was like premeditated, would they change their mind about it? Would they change their opinion? And they said no, that they got to stick together. And it's just tribalism. It's just tribalism, and it's just people who are unintelligent, and it's sick and disgusting, and yeah, so on and so forth.
It's not there.
Jeff Metcalf speaks on slavery.
Do you know how stupid that really makes you look? You're going to support someone who does something against the law. You're encouraging and saying it's okay because he's a certain color. Oh, you got more melanin than me. Ooh, so you get more privileges because 400 years ago, someone sold you, and then we had a civil war to
Shit.
free your ass. And now
Oh,
you're
who
talk
did
shit.
that?
Oh, I'm being
Who
so
did that?
oppressed. Look how far you've come. Look
White
at all
people.
the free shit we give you. You're not oppressed.
I mean,
You're fucking
Is he wrong?
entitled.
I mean, is he wrong? Is he wrong, though?
Look, even
I'm so happy he waited until after the trial for this crash out.
and this black lady, man, I love this guy. There are a ton of
Yes.
black people. They're fed up with this shit too.
Dude, that's just so sad. Black fatigue is not exclusive to white people. All right, listen, man. It's I think
Oh, no.
honestly, this behavior is so much worse for black people than it is for white people.
Yeah, well, they have to live with
If
it.
I was a black guy and I saw my neighbor freaking the fuck out that a murderer went to jail, I would fucking kill myself. I'm sorry. That's miserable.
They don't want to deal with this either.
We had to take actual responsibility for our own actions. Wow, what a concept.
The next question is, are you satisfied with the sentence that Carmelo Anthony received?
That's a real easy question for me to know. Hell no. What is justice? Justice for me is when Austin walks through that door and can hug me. That's how long he should stay in jail, until my son comes back thugh that door. Do I think
Fucking
justice
bad.
was served? No.
Yeah.
Austin will never come back to
Oh my.
Holy
Yeah, 35 years is not long enough. I mean, literally with the intention to freaking kill the other kid. Kill them. He's dead. He's gone forever. Family never gets to see him again. This guy's life, a living human being, is dead. He's gone from this existence. So at the very least, he should get life in prison. But I think if you're out there and you're committing murder, and it is proven that you've committed murder, and it's pretty obvious, we have all the evidence to show that he did commit the murder, fucking execute him. And then the fact that, and I think I'm sure I've heard other people have this stance too, but you should make a public spectacle of it. That way, it disincentivizes people from rioting in the streets over it, or acting in the ridiculous way, disgusting, inhumane way, racist ways that these people have been acting. Yeah, man, I think we should bring back bring back public capital punishment. That should be a thing 100%.
shit, dude.
My God. This isn't grief talking, it's straight up racist stereotyping anti
Racism. His son was murdered.
Yeah, dude.
Literally, these people have zero moral compass.
black hate from a racist white man. That's what happens whenever your kid gets stabbed and you get harassed for saying that he should go to jail. What did you think was going to happen?
Yeah, it's insane.
They told us, go get white attorneys. I feel like it was just a setup.
From day one,
The
I said
setup?
this was never about race. Please don't make it about race and don't politicize it. And what did you do? You chose both.
Holy fucking shit. Most justified crash out I've ever seen. But
Yeah,
so again,
100%.
this is an instance. Jonathan Pettigrew, a 41-year-old, he asked a
My
teen,
dad.
a black guy, on an MTA bus to lower his phone volume. The teen murders him. All right, this happened in the Bronx, in Mamdani's, New York. All right, and it's pretty weird that we don't have riots and protests for this shit. It's pretty weird that nothing happened after all
Yeah,
of that.
that's
No
true.
weird. Now,
Big
Mamdani
facts.
has done a lot of things about New York because the third worldification of the city is almost complete.
Days when City Hall, gone are the days when City Hall will turn its back on queer New Yorkers.
We need the gays, please. Gone are the days where you could just do sodomy without literally government protection.
Yeah.
As your mayor, I'm just proud to establish New York City's first ever Office of LGBTQI+ affairs within the first 100 days of our administration.
That's right,
Nobody
ladies
needs
and
that.
gentlemen. You thought that he was going to just use the extra tax money that he was collecting to help homeless people and give rent to poor people and feed the poor and for schools?
Which
no.
yeah.
He needs to tax white people more in order
Yeah.
to institute the office of gay shit. That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
Of
New
gay
York City
shit.
will be taking the trophy from Los Angeles as the new epicenter of gay. Thank you very much.
I don't know if they'll ever do that. I don't know if they'll ever do that.
Communism, ladies
I'm
and
from
gentlemen.
California. Not LA, but I don't think they'll ever do that.
Focuses on the well-being of queer New Yorkers.
That's right. We need a whole fucking office for gays. We need the gay office. That's right, because there's not enough gay happening here, and we need to make sure that a lot more takes place. That's
Yeah.
right. What if the gays are uncomfortable about butt sex? Well, we're going to encourage it, and we are going to use your tax dollars to do exactly that.
So that you know you have a champion and an advocate within city government.
Yes, we have an entire office and government that's like, woo, drill his ass, baby. We have a whole city, we have a whole government office for that. A whole government office. Your tax dollars will be funding the sodomy office, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're happy.
Yeah. Some of you may die, but it is a sacrifice I am willing to make.
Because as much as there is always an attempt to tell the story of queer New Yorkers as it is simply one story that can fall within one agency, we know that in fact it is the story across our city. And it
The whole city is gay. Everyone's gay.
deserves a focus across city government.
It's pretty gay.
City Hall will also not back down in the face of federal attacks against trans New Yorkers.
That's right. We will also be spending your tax dollars to fight for the rights of men to beat the shit out of women in sports, ladies and gentlemen. Truly a hero for the people. Now, New York is actually a war zone right now because apparently
shit.
when people play basketball, it gives you the
Is
right
that
to light your
real?
city on fire when they lose or when they win.
Wait, what?
This is New York after a basketball game. That's right,
Oh,
ladies
is
and
that like
gentlemen.
a-
This
what the
is a
fuck is
totally
that?
normal
Like a
reaction to
fireworks
have in a first world country
gun?
in Western civilization. Yeah, the third worldification of New York is happening in real time. This is not AI, by the way. This is a real video of one of the multiple riots, mostly done by teens of, ambiguous ethnic makeup that are overrunning the city. And this shit sucks, actually. Actually, this shit just sucks a lot. Now, Sneeko said Zoran Mamdani
Dude,
is
is
doing
that
a
real?
fantastic job.
that a real
yes,
photo?
Sneeko is very excited, obviously, that the queer community is getting an entire fucking office. They will tax white people to support sodomy, I guess, and this is everything Sneeko ever wanted.
This guy's supposed to be
Fantastic stuff,
Islamic?
all in all. I'm really happy that Sneeko is happy with what he voted for.
Just
Honestly good shit.
I'd love
Because
to
at
see
this
him just
point,
like that in the Middle
Sneeko
East.
is just a classic leftist. He is the classic Islamoid leftist. Import infinite Muslims and support the communist candidate that wants to take your tax dollars for gay. All right, now we have to look at the other epicenter of gay. The other epicenter of gay in the country is L.A. So Spencer Pratt seems like he lost his election because they cheated. Literally, I've covered this in the past. I don't want to go over it again right now, but the purpose is you cheat. They cheated. They literally cheated. All the mail-in ballots went for the third place candidate, which makes no sense. Spencer Pratt seems like he's losing. We'll see if the federal government gets involved or if anything actually happens.
Yeah, there's it's like I think it was Nithya Raman had talked about how there was like 43,000 homeless in LA, and she just so happened to get 43,000 specifically, 43,000 votes that went directly to her, and she surpassed Pratt. Pratt got 0 votes. 0 votes. Yeah, California's crazy. You don't need an ID to vote here. I mean, you go up. They ask you, who you are, And at that point, you could just say whoever you want to be, right? And then you take a little paper, and then you go do your vote, and then but you don't even have to do that. You can literally just, that's for voting in person, right? You could also just mail in your vote, right? So you get it in the mail, and then you can fill it out, and then you go to I don't know, either a close by church or a grocery store. Literally, they have ballot bins at grocery stores that you can go in, and you can drop it off at the grocery store. And so I always vote in person. I don't know how much it helps. I feel it makes me feel a little bit better. For obviously this election, definitely not, right. But either way, these votes still go to the same place. So and they also have to travel, right? And lots of different things can happen during that time, especially in California. There was a lot of sketchy things went on when we had the recall of Gavin Newsom. And we had a really a lot of weird propaganda things that were going on in not only commercials but in on the radio too. I don't know, it's weird here, man. Gavin Newsom's a scumbag. The government system here is super corrupt. They don't care about us. People are for as much money that we make here, it's very hard to live here. Very, very, very hard to live here. So but yeah.
I think they should. So Jimmy Kimmel is celebrating over the fact that they stole an election. Before getting too deep into the chaos, free cash was promised to me 3,000 years ago. One thing I recently added to my daily routine is using free cash for a few minutes here and there. If I'm gonna play games as a time sponge, I might as well make some money out of it.
Free cash.
Free cash
Help
is a fun and easy
Knox.
way to earn real money by doing simple tasks while already on your phone. Play
Ooh.
games, complete surveys, do simple tasks, and turn
No
your bathroom
way.
break into an investment. I've been enjoying playing Call to Dragons on free cash.
Scam
High
that.
payout strategy-based
Help
building
bro out.
game. You get instant payouts with a really easy process.
Jewish.
through
He needs
PayPal, Amazon, or Visa. There's already over $250 million paid out to over 60 million users worldwide. It's a win-win. They get someone to test out their games and fill out their surveys, and you get paid. Use the
Hell
QR
yeah,
code on the
brother.
screen or click the link in the description to sign up and get a $10 bonus today. Now back to the chaos. Every individual sign up literally supports the channel. So if you could click the link in the description and do the thing, that would be very appreciated.
So now we wait to hear from Spencer Pratt. He clearly promised that if Karen Bass or Nithya Raman were elected mayor, he's going to move out of L.A. He said he was done with L.A. And Spencer, if you're watching, we are so sorry to see you go. What we do know, we're going to miss the hell out of you. You're a man of your word, and you've got to go. You said you were going to go. And I know things might be tight right now, especially the out-of-state donation money is running out. Moving is expensive. So to help you out, we rented you a U-Haul. This is
so funny.
There's plenty of room. It's got 2 beds, tables, chairs, all your crystals, whatever
You ready for the truth, Nuke, though? He has no stuff. His house was burned down in the LA fires. He has no things to put in the U-Haul.
Yep.
So this is literally an entire show mocking a guy.
It's like his entire
for getting
campaign.
The election stolen, which everyone believes that it was stolen. No one actually thinks it was a fair election. So now they're mocking him for having his house burned down and the government doing nothing to help him put it back up.
Our staff.
We're on fire right now. We got a fire super close to where we're at right now. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
A whole day decorating for you. So, and everybody that will notice you and wave goodbye as you leave. And I hope that you and Heidi are happy wherever it is you go. Maybe you could be mayor there, or maybe just run for mayor and finish in 3rd place there. It could be fun for your new reality show season 2. Either way, Mazel Tov and goodbye, Spencer Pratt.
Yeah, so guy lost his house and we're going to make fun of him for losing an election because they rigged it. I don't know why he didn't do the monologue in blackface. I guess that doesn't work anymore these days. So he responded to Jimmy Kimmel with this. Jimmy Kimmel, I guess you missed the part of the story. I don't need a U-Haul. I have nothing to pack.
I don't think I'm going to get any. Oh, there's my rose quartz. That's cool.
It's fucked up, man.
That's right.
Is that the big courts? Let's see.
Yeah, all right, so Jimmy Kimmel, I don't think he will be needing your U-Haul, sir. I love how the left are just miserably evil people. Just literally miserably evil in every possible way. He posted this too. A net swing of more than 43,000 votes since Tuesday. 43,000, that's a funny number. That's also the amount of people homeless in Los Angeles. Probably a
No round
coincidence.
numbers.
Are they done counting yet? He just tweeted. The answer is no. They're still counting votes, even though it doesn't really matter anymore. The truth of the matter is, it's just awful. So here we have people on Skid Row exposed that they were paid money to vote for specific candidates.
Yeah.
Oh, you did for Karen Bass?
Yeah. Karen Bassett. Right. That's her last name, Bassett?
Karen Bass, yeah. Or Nithya Raman?
Karen.
Karen? They told you to vote for Karen?
Yeah. They had to sign a little thing.
That's crazy.
And how much they pay you?
It was like $2.
$2?
They paid me $2 and I voted for Karen Bass. Nope, that's not election fraud.
Yeah.
They sign off on a thing to vote for her?
Yeah.
So they do this for everybody out here?
Yeah, they come out here all the time.
They just get everybody to vote out here, huh?
I'm not surprised that it happened. I'm just surprised we got it on video.
Remember, this exact type of voter fraud is exactly what James O'Keefe has been exposing. You know, there are...
And they did nothing about it. Nothing about it at all, actually. All right? In fact, it's just insane watching this get exposed every day.
And we won't keep you here all day, but let me just do one more. Did you weaken your fraud standards to help Democrats?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer the question.
Isn't that incredible?
Okay, that's
Isn't that
crazy.
Incredible?
You could just...
Did you weaken your fraud standards to help
Not even
Democrats?
lying.
I plead the fifth.
Pursuant to my Fifth Amendment rights.
Yep, there it is.
Holy shit, dude. I have to understand exactly what it is that we are fighting for here.
And she's like smiling during it, isn't she?
Incredible.
Counsel, I respectfully decline to answer the question.
Isn't that incredible?
So proud of
Isn't
herself.
that incredible? Did you weaken your fraud standards to help Democrats? I plead the fifth.
Pursuant to my Fifth Amendment rights.
Holy shit, dude. I have to understand exactly what it is that we are fighting for here. All right. First, let me show you the Democrats' vision. All right. This is the Democrats' vision. So these are two prominent Democrats. Wajahat Ali from Pakistan and Rohana. I'm pretty sure he's from India. I'm really glad that we have these two fantastic voices of the American people because they have paperwork.
Oh, yeah.
They have paperwork that says they're American, so they're obviously just as American as me and you. And they're laying out the vision of the Democrats.
I can tell you what my agenda would be, but I think this is going to be the fight for the Democratic leadership of 2028. Now, I don't know whether I'll enter or not, but this is what the agenda should be in 2028. We should be for calling it a Dred Scott court and having Supreme Court term limits and expanding the court from 9 to 13. We should
expand the court from 9 to 13, pack it with Democrats, win literally everything ever, and steal the country. And this is being sponsored
they've
by
been trying to do this for a while.
Rohana and Wajahat Ali.
be for abolishing ICE and replacing
Abolish all immigration enforcement
it with a immigration enforcement office that actually follows human rights and that focuses
human
on
rights aren't real.
Sex trafficking, child trafficking, drug offenders, not conducting raids in places like.
Oh, don't deport.
That's what I was gonna say. It's so funny that like the person who's like supposed to be spearheading against like sex trafficking wants to like just let all immigrants in, no borders, which is like the number one source of the revenue for cartels before Trump came in and closed off the border was human trafficking. So I mean, it's ridiculous.
People that invade the country illegally. No. We just have to worry about sex trafficking. We don't actually have to worry about borders.
Minneapolis going after undocumented immigrants or working and paying taxes.
They absolutely should be going after undocumented immigrants, even if they're working and paying taxes.
Oh,
at least on the southern border. But I know for sure, like in California.
We should be for a billionaire's tax, a tax on billionaires.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, we have to take money from the people that earn it, give it to the people that don't. We have to let anyone who comes into the country illegally just stay forever because, hey, it's human rights, I guess, for them to rape our land, I suppose. Also, and most importantly, we extend the Supreme Court to make sure that we win everything forever. This is the plan by Rohana and Wajahat Ali. For some reason, we have them in our country, and now they have the right to conquer us, I guess. That's their goal. But what he said mostly, he wants to fight against sex trafficking, which I'm really glad he brought that up. Because one of the major stories that's not being covered literally anywhere is that we just found out under the Trump administration 146 1,000 children that were sex trafficked, or trafficked at least, over the border.
You know, I tell people that I haven't quit smiling since I've been Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, but I have to take that back, because when we start digging into these cases and you start hearing the absolute horrific things that took place underneath the Biden administration, under true neglect at best and criminal at worst, to allow 450,000 kids to go missing throughout this country.
Democrat policy, by the way. Just infinite Moloch sacrifice.
President Trump has made it a point to go find these kids. And because of our partnership...
That's pretty good. I love to hear that. Finding missing kids sounds pretty great.
Find these kids. And because of our partnership with HHS and DOJ, Department of Homeland Security, truly using the best, which the Democrats sometimes want to demonize, because a lot of times this is ICE, this is HSI, this is CBP.
So the Democrats are really mad that ICE is rescuing children, because that's one less sacrifice to their to Moloch, I guess. It's rough for these guys. You know, they're doing their best to worship whatever fucking deities that they want to. They're trying, and then
their words aren't
the
real.
Damn Trump administration just keeps interrupting their child sacrifice. Like, it's fucked up if you think about it. It's just their culture. Are we going to demonize their culture?
These individuals that the Democrats seem to want to defund, but because of...
It's like the guy in the UK with the ceremonial knife. Oh, it's part of my religion.
President Trump, we finally funded them for 3 years. We're able to push and go find these kids. We found 146,000 kids so far.
Wow.
146,000 kids.
That's crazy. Insane.
We still have nearly 300,000 missing.
For those of you counting, that is 7 times the estimated Hamas numbers for deaths of children in Gaza. More than 7 times, closer to 8 times. And then these virtue signaling fucks want to abolish ICE, open the border, and just basically let this keep happening. You know, I'm starting to think that they're not the good guys.
We're investigating reports to where...
Yeah, I think we do that.
Some of these kids claim that they were raped 600 to 700 times.
That's leftist policy, by the way. They're just a party of rape. They love it when kids get raped, which is why they import all the things. Like, again, I don't want to be controversial, because sometimes I try to figure out the actual goals of the left and stuff like that. You know, I'm trying to intuit what they actually want. But ultimately, the purpose of the system is what the system does. So I'm trying to really figure out exactly why the left wants all these kids raped. Why? To get votes, maybe? Maybe they want power. Maybe they just like when kids get raped, actually. I mean, we do know that Jeffrey Epstein was a Democrat donor.
Some of them
he did. 89% of his donations went to Democrats.
Probably a good amount of them.
Surgeries and vaccine mandates and quarantine protocols. You know, the Biden administration covered up
But
the Epstein files for 4 years. We got nothing,
like
and not even a single person in Congress felt the need to
a
call that out
ruse
at all. Look, I'm just asking questions here. I'm not
which is
making any conclusions. I'm just asking questions. Why?
corruption.
Democrats seem to just love it when kids get raped. I mean, can you explain to me why they're importing infinite retards into England and the rest of Europe? And
money
a
and
follow-up
votes
question.
is what I
Do you think that they know they're worshiping Satan, or do you think they're just like worshiping Satan by accident? They just accidentally happened upon exactly what Satan would advise. Let me know in the comment section below. Yeah, no, I can't possibly figure out why leftists keep sending me death threats. It's because I'm honest.
Yeah, I don't think they read that much. All right, cool. Thanks, guys.